So guys, we're going to have an epic battle report. To do that, we need an epic table.
Yeah.
And Deadzone comes with a complete range of sprues and plastic bits to make epic scenery.
It's almost like we planned it that way.
It somewhat is. I've heard it called, it might have been me that called it that, the Lego of gaming.
It's Wargamer Lego, absolutely. Deadzone Scenery has produced some ridiculously cool stuff. I've seen so many pictures on Facebook, Twitter, various online places that I hang out, you know. And there's so much stuff on there. People are doing amazing things, towers and fortresses and whatever else.
And torture devices. So,
there are plenty of little spikes on there, you know.
This is one of those videos that probably we should never make, but we're going to try. They say don't work with children and animals. We're going to work with clippers and sprues. You'll notice there's no glue anywhere.
Nope.
The only other device that we have is this
little
file. Yeah. Okay? So, what we're going to do in this video is, we actually have no idea what we're going to do in this video. We're going to start working with this stuff and start building some stuff to get a feel for how the terrain goes together and start building epic terrain for our battle report.
Yeah. We've got a little selection of the regular terrain sprues here. So this is the stuff you can get in the Deadzone box game or in the scenery upgrade sets that are coming out soon.
Let's quickly run through some of them. So you have this one here.
That's one of the regular core world sprues. You've got like a window, one of those X-bar things that was quite handy. Handy because you can climb through it. You see, that's why it's useful in the game. A couple of little barricades there.
And a standard wall here and a kind of like a reinforcer type.
Yeah, two different things there. You can pop them to join two pieces together in a flat sort of side-by-side fashion.
Yep.
Also, you can put them on these little barricades to make them stand up on their own.
Ah, and you can use it either flat to the floor, or you could possibly use it.
You could probably invert it
and use it for holding a floor,
absolutely.
possibly.
Yep.
So there's that one. There
you got this one over here, which is the it's like a bit of everything really. You got some half tiles, which are handy for doing low level stuff. A nice bit of floor there with a vent on it.
Yep.
Couple of buttresses, which can be really handy for holding up things, and a door.
The door.
How mysterious. Why do we need a door, I wonder? Oh, well, maybe it's because we've got over here the doorway. Isn't that useful? So on here you've got some windows, a couple of flat floor pieces, more of those little buttress things, and here's your doorway, which is lovely because the door clicks in.
It actually just clicks.
You don't need any glue, it just pops in, so you can have your door opening and closing mid-game if you're that kind of person.
Right.
I find that quite cool.
We have over here.
That's the accessory sprue.
That's a cool sprue.
You've got your ladder, railings, barrels, lamp post, which is also a connector as well.
Lamp post. Let me just show you that. I might use that as a gun, actually.
Well, why not, you know? Yeah, lots of little bits. And what's quite handy, again, is lots of these bits are connectors as well.
Yeah.
Which that's good. And speaking of connectors, we've got the connector sprue.
Okay.
Now, when we did the scenery pack for Kickstarter backers, and we did a little pre-release back in November, the main thing we heard was there are not enough connectors in the box.
Yeah.
So we've upped that. What we've actually done is we've added. I think we've got a different box now which has more terrain and more connectors. One that has slightly fewer bits of terrain but the same number of connectors. So in any case, there are more connectors per tile in the box.
Okay, right.
Because people want to play around with this stuff. And actually, what I will say, when you first start playing around with them, if you don't know what you're doing, you can break them. So watch this video and find out how not to break your connectors.
Excellent.
And then finally, something a little bit special. No one outside of the Mantic Studio has seen these next two sprues yet. Isn't that exciting?
Whip them out.
So this is the Ruins sprue. This hasn't gone out to Kickstarter people yet. It's a whole new thing. So the idea is, you know, you got your buildings, but you want to make them a little bit more disheveled looking. Still be able to get inside, especially for wargaming.
Yes.
So you want to be able to get inside your buildings. So you got things like these lovely distressed things. You've got little
rebar,
jaggedy bits. Yeah. You got that, and there's this second sprue that's part of it as well, which has rubble piles which can be used as connectors.
Oh, very nice.
So you can have a pile of rubble next to the side of your wall where it's all kind of falling apart. So yeah, lovely little sprue that adds some great detail.
Right. Do you know what?
There it is.
This is it. It's now time to get started.
Should we do it? Be one of these.
Let's do this. So,
okay.
Where do you start? Well, I'm going to start by clipping things out. I have an idea of something that I want to build, okay? From playing our games, James, I've enjoyed the whole three-dimensional aspects of Deadzone, okay? That although Deadzone's played on a playmat, you think in terms of cubes, not squares. And I think one of the things that really kind of will help that in the games that we play is by taking our terrain up.
Definitely.
So I'd like us to try and build a tower.
I like that.
Okay. I don't know how it'll work, but as we build it, we can discuss the gameplay options and stuff of it, and how that might affect things. So.
One thing I will say is when you're clipping them off the frame, use a pair of clippers, obviously. Don't just twist them off because they're not going to fit together. Also, if you angle your clippers slightly, you'll notice that it does...
It goes along with the...
Absolutely, which saves you a load of filing later.
Another tip, okay, and you'll have... Maybe any of you guys that have played with Meccano or Lego, group your things like for like together.
So you're a man after my own heart. What can I say?
So it becomes easy to pick them out.
Yep.
So, let's see...
Now, obviously, the more prep work you do, the more filing you do, the more that kind of thing you do, the easier it'll go together later.
Yes.
Now, I'm not promising that I'm going to do this with every single tile, but just, you know, a little bit of love goes a long way, you know?
So, as these come up, I'm going to dump them under here. Now, let me think. Right. The terrain itself is really, really flexible, James, because although there are kind of like wall shapes and stuff like that in it, you could use walls for floors and floors for walls. And
I've seen people who are talking about using it for like interior corridor sections, that kind of thing. I mean, that's a classic wargaming thing. Everyone wants to have that awesome interior of a spaceship board.
Yes.
You can do it with this, you know? But yeah, you can do so much with it. I mean, especially we've got some other terrain types coming out later in the year.
Yep.
So this is what we call our core world set, which is designed to represent the habitainers, like the shipping containers that come down when a new colony gets to a new world. Yeah. And they're just setting up for the first time. We've also got some stuff that's a bit more specialised. So we've got the landing pad set, which has got a load of landing paddy bits, so blast shields, that kind of thing, but also it's got diagonals and triangles and that kind of thing. So you can have rather than use your blocky walls,
squares, you
can diagonal it out a little bit. And once you've got that, you can start thinking three-dimensionally. So rather than just having diagonal when you're looking down on it, you can start having like a airport conning tower or like that coming out, water tower kind of thing. The options are there, you know. Right. And we've got that coming out in June. We also got fortifications. Yep. So things like the barricades, big laser cannons, that kind of stuff. There's loads coming out for this, you know. And this is just a start. We've now got this lovely modular set. You know, we've got the plan for it. We could do all sorts. I mean, we were talking before about doing some kind of industrial thing with bits of machinery, that sort of stuff. You know, whatever you do. And also, what's nice is you can, you know, with just what we've got here, you can mix it around and play and do what you like. So, Dave, who's our in-house painter, hobby legend man that he is, the guy who painted the Hawaiian shirt on one of our Mazdax models. Right, yeah. Because he's a maniac like that. He's currently building a prison complex for a highly secret project we're working on at the moment. But it's made entirely out of this. But you look at it and you think that is... You wouldn't look at it and think, oh, that's made out of blocky little bits. Yeah. It just looks absolutely awesome. So I can't wait to get a big load of this home, clip it off and just roll around in it for a bit, you know? We'll have to film that. Okay, so rather than have you watch us clip every single piece, we'll go ahead and do some clipping, and we'll be right back after this. Okay, it's a couple of weeks later. We've been clipping for about 30 minutes. Okay, so we have everything clipped. We have it all laid out. You know what? Lego that is so worth it. I mean, do it. It's because going into it and during it, I was thinking, oh, why? But now, look at this.
you know exactly what you're working with.
Absolutely.
So,
and again, if you're feeling particularly frisky, you could then go through and file every piece down, make sure you get a lovely, beautiful fit. Especially if you're going to be building it and taking it apart and building it and taking it apart. That little bit of extra work goes a long way. Right.
Here's what I want to build. Right? I want to build a kind of a large building that's a little bit kind of L-shaped. And then I want a kind of a double layer, a second floor.
Okay.
And then a big watchtower.
So let's think. So if we're going to do a big building, the only thing with that is that in Deadzone, you're going to struggle to get into that building because you're going to cut off a big area of table.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm corporation. I use jetpacks.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. Yeah.
I know exactly why I'm building it, James.
So what you're building is a massive sniper tower, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Fair enough. I'm going to build some scenery as well for this. You know, I mean, I'll help you with this one, but when it comes down to my turn.
So let's see. We want to make sure that we leave openings for line of sights and stuff like that as well. So, right. How do we do this? So we have a couple of cool windows there. We'll want a door on the ground floor.
A couple of solid pieces.
Yep.
Another window. So if you kind of lay it out as like you got your doorway there.
Yep.
Maybe a couple of flat pieces around it.
Yep.
So like that. That's your one wall there.
Yep. So you've got that wall. Then let's say that the building kind of goes that way.
Yep.
We don't want it to be completely open, so what we could do, we want this to be kind of ravaged.
Yep, nice.
So if we put in a piece that's got a giant hole in it, let's start putting this together. Do we see what we've got?
Okay, so we've got a connector, two flavors of connector, a little flat ones there, and a 90-degree connectors as well.
Okay.
And of course, we've also got loads of these. I think a load of these around the outside.
Yes.
So, as an example, what we're going to do, this one here, I'm going to put one of these connectors in there. Can you hear that little snap? That's how you know it's fresh.
Yep.
Or that it's gone in or something. 1, 2, creative decision.
Yep.
Are these walls going that way up or that way up?
Let me see. That way or that way? I think that way, James.
Yeah. Actually, that ties in with the
with the
vision slit window.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let's put that in there.
So you hear the
meaty
you hear the snap?
There,
Yep.
Get one of these and pop it in. So we now got one of those on there.
Yep.
I think that's onto our window. Look at that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now we put that one on that side.
So you know what would be sensible? Not to put this bit on just yet.
Yes.
And to flip it over.
Pulls apart, yeah.
It does. Now what you'll find, if you've got bits that have gone in really tightly, don't pull them apart. Get your file or something, go from the other side and press them apart.
Push it through.
Absolutely.
Okay.
There we go, one there. And one on here. We'll flip the whole mess over, and that goes in there with one of these over here. There it is.
Now, I know this stuff has been designed that you don't need glue and stuff like that, but I'd be quite happy to glue this stuff together because, you know, I kind of like my terrain. If I've went to the hassle of building terrain to make it look cool, I think gluing it and having it as a piece that you can pick out.
I think having
cool.
if you're gonna leave it in pieces, maybe glue a few bits together as like. So you've got some building blocks, then you kind of expand on that.
Now, somebody then will go, well, what's the point of the pieces then? But you could never dry fit a plastic kit that wasn't designed like that.
Absolutely.
This way, we'll be able to dry fit this thing and see what it's like. So
and also, it's going to give so much more strength to that connector.
Yeah. Right. For this side then, so if we're going that way, that goes like that. If we have a wall piece and then another damaged piece there like that.
Yep.
How
you know what's really cool? Get it up again. Get it up.
Yeah.
You've got line of sight from here. You can see through the building, through the window. You'll be able to shoot through it.
Cool.
That's really cool.
So if I put that like that, and I get the two little connector pieces.
While you're doing that, I'm going to work on the next wall as well.
So I put that there. I put that there like that. Force them down. I grab one of these reinforcers, and it clicks in just like that.
If you find you're having a little bit of trouble getting them in, get your clippers and press them with that.
Oh, shows that there. That's handy, yeah.
So your clippers, if you're not going in properly, just get your clippers on there and just press them down. And they should go.
So that gives us that wall.
Just get these in the, I was going to put this one here.
Well, yeah, because I think if we kind of have the building wrecked, you can get in and out of it.
Okay, then the tower up here maybe?
And then, yeah, second floor there, and then the tower up here.
Nice.
All right, so you've done this bit, so we'll put that on.
There it is. It's just, you know, there's no effort required, is there? Really? Yeah. There it is.
So that's that.
You know what, let's get a few more of these little straight bits on the other side.
Yeah, just to cover it all up.
Yeah, make it look nice and shiny.
That gives us strength, but it also gives us a nice aesthetic as well. So just put that there. Job done. Cool. Now, let's go ahead and connect these.
Let's do it.
Now, do we need things on the inside to be able to support the floors?
Now, the floors themselves, they'll be held up quite nicely. I think if we get some of these in there, some of the buttress pieces. So maybe some of these inside.
Yep.
Let's have a look. And also let's just smooth down some of these edges on here. Got a couple of little bits that are... That's it. Because it's all 45-degree angles, so you want to make sure you've got those, you know, the bits where you've
picked snip
off the
bits,
sprue.
yeah.
Yeah, just get those all nice and clean. So let's think. So if we do one of these per section, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
One here.
That would go there.
Get on, there we go.
Okay. So if that was there, that would support a then every floor.
That looks good to me.
So it starts to go like that. Yeah.
Get one more in there, maybe. Oh, no, it's got the windows. Don't want the windows.
Yeah.
That's going to look silly.
But we can put one there.
Good thinking.
So that would go like that.
Beautiful.
Right, let's put these together with their 90 degrees.
Okay.
Now, do the 90-degree ones go on the inside or the outside?
On the inside.
On the inside, okay.
So, like that, with...
I'll put that one in
there. You go.
There.
You got it.
I'll put this one in here.
So let's... Cool.
Didn't take much, did it?
Look at that. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Looking good, and we'll get some more strength on there by putting some roofy bits on.
Yep. So, roofy bits. We have these bits here.
Yep.
That are kind of destroyed. That will be interesting. How we...
So if we spin that 90 degrees, I think.
Well, let's see. Let's start with a couple of solid roof pieces, okay?
Yeah.
So there's a solid roof piece that would go there. So if we...
Yep.
Oh, so the little right-angled ones can also be used to support the roof as well.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
There's one in there. I'll tell you what. When it comes to precision work, you and me are absolutely the right people for the job.
Yes, we were. We were hand-picked for this.
We're not in any way clumsy, hand-fisted.
He says before the whole thing falls apart. But that's nothing that glue will not fix later on in the project. So.
Okay, shall we... moment of truth. No pressure. What have I done? Okay, here we go.
In that case, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to...
I've attached that on the wrong piece. That's a mistake. Let's put it there. There we go. Isn't it nice, though, that because it's all just click fit, you can just take it apart
and fix it.
And fix it. Oh. Or it'll take itself apart occasionally.
If you find that there's a bit that isn't staying together, sometimes if you just change the connector...
Absolutely.
Because there will always be little tiny tolerance issues with some of the connectors that they might fit better.
There's a lot of science involved.
And then here, that goes
if I
like that.
Brace it. Oh, look at that. That's looking good.
And then here we have a kind of a top piece, and you can see it's a bit loose there, but we'll just
get one of these on there, maybe
those.
underneath.
From the underneath or from the top?
I think from the underneath, because then we can start building other things in from the top, maybe, because if you want to get that
second story on
exactly. There. So up under there.
Put that there, like that.
Look at that thing.
Okay. Now we'll continue on. We'll put another solid piece here.
Yep.
Just
one of these pieces with a little vent.
Will we go with that, or will we go with
What do you think? Or
I'm
the one the
thinking,
same?
yeah, we'll go with this, and then when we use these,
aha, nice. Yep.
that all starts to
yeah, we can start to do that kind of thing. Yeah, perfect.
Tie in with it being destroyed using the destroyed pieces from the new kit. Now,
okay,
what we need, some more under pieces there. I'll let you put that one in.
Okay, you're a brave man.
Yeah.
Waiting for the click.
If in doubt, flip it over and
That's a very good point. That's probably a much easier way of doing things.
press
isn't
it with the back on.
Give it a proper press. Ah, there it is.
There we go.
Nice.
And
in fact, it might even be easier to fit that upside down.
it might be if we give it,
just get it roughly in place.
Slight fit in place. Then tip it over. Click, 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 click.
Look at that. And you can see, if you look underneath here, we've got some lovely rigidity.
Yep.
And support from those support structures there. It even survived that.
It even survived that. Now, what we want to do is to show. Let's see what we have options-wise now.
Yeah, for the ruin parts.
Ruins.
Now, as I understand it, we've got these two ruin spears. There's a third ruin spear as well, I believe, which has got some more bits in it coming. That's nice. I quite like that. Maybe have that coming round.
That would be nice. Also, with the possibility of rubble. I'm not sure how the rubble works.
Now, there's two different types of rubble here. We've got one which is a connector, and one which is a standalone pile which you use. So yeah, there's your connector piece. And one of these, yeah, here we go, just glues together to use as a piece of cover in a square. So that kind of thing.
So the connector piece would go like that.
Yep.
And then clip on like that.
Oh, look at that. That's really cool.
All right, so I'll just show you guys at home that there. Oh. Let me just...
That's it, pop it on there. I'll get some more connectors just to make sure it's nice and sturdy.
That would go like that. You can tighten that up.
Yep.
If that went like that. And that went like that.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking... let me just press that in. Just give me the click. There we go. And the other one. Okay. That goes
flip this?
There. Yep. That's a good idea. So we'll flip it over. There we go. That's the start of our...
That's really cool. Yep.
Of our destroyed pieces.
Now, also, there's nothing stopping us because we're the kind of crazy fools that don't play by the rules. We could actually clip some bits up a little bit if we wanted to get some more jaggedy lines in there, you know?
That's
good. Let's get one of them.
There, so put that on.
90 degree and a couple of these. Now, we have got some more connectors if we need them.
And we'll put a support in. I would put a big support
if that'll go
in
there.
Yep. Will it go? Yeah, I think it will. It's going against a...
On the more reinforced bits of all that one won't fit in. So I think we can make it do one of these.
Okay.
This will be fine. That goes in there. One of these goes here. I'm enjoying myself.
This is good fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Waiting for that click. We'll lay it in and then we'll flip it over.
Just very slightly and then flip it over and... there you go, and you hear the click.
So that is already shaped up to be quite a cool bit of
We want a piece here, maybe that.
That looks good, doesn't it? Yeah.
Or maybe even that.
I like that. If we could get maybe one of those, could we put one there as well, do you think? Or is that a bit too much?
That might be a bit too much. No, because reason being, are they the same piece? No, they're not the same piece. But what I might do is, whenever that be in there, clip that bit of rebar off, just so as it doesn't look
absolutely, yeah,
exactly like a.
Yeah.
I think you were right the first time, and we'll clip a tiny bit of rebar off.
Yep.
Okay, or
look at that. See.
Bend it, and we'll put a drop of glue on that
Lovely.
later. All right.
Let's get some of these in there.
2 of those. So we've
one of these.
Bent that little piece of rebar. We'll put a wee drop of glue on that plastic cement. Because plastic cement is going to work on this.
Works like a charm, yeah.
So.
One of them in there.
Okay, line that up.
I think give it the old flip
it
and
over.
Press.
Press into place. And there
you know what? We're running on connectors. I'm going to do it.
You're going to clip some?
I'm going to do it.
There we go. Now, what we want to do now is create a second floor. The question here is, how do we maintain things like line of sight, etc., that we were that we had before? So we want to make sure that whatever we build, we don't kill the line of sight.
You don't want a huge block of terrain just.
No. You want it to look purposeful.
Yep.
But without affecting the game in a negative sense.
Yeah. Because I mean, I think it's really important to play a couple of games probably before you start building all your terrain.
Yes.
Even just one game, just so you can see what kind of thing you're going for, what effect you're looking for. It was interesting when we very first started playing around with the Deadzone scenery. We first got our first tests done. A lot of people probably would have seen this on the Kickstarter campaign. We built really solid buildings.
Yeah.
Which looked absolutely lovely, and for wargaming would be absolutely perfect, and they actually are.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to playing Deadzone, not so much, because what you want really for Deadzone is you want open areas, you want some space to run around, in between things.
Well, Deadzone shares that key thing with a lot of the great skirmish games like Infinity and whatnot out there, and that line of sight and having line of sight and being very careful, about the line of sight. It kind of makes or breaks the game,
Absolutely.
So it's you don't want too much line of sight, otherwise, your Overwatch guys, you're constantly down there, and too much line of sight makes the game. It puts too much emphasis on the deployment, But at the same time, you want enough to really bring the whole thing to life, so you are getting down and looking through. But
I think it's really interesting because it's not a thing you can write a hard and fast rule set for.
No.
And so it does bring in that social contract that people love talking about.
Yeah.
About gaming, where you lay your terrain out in a way that's sensible. If it's the enforcer player laying the terrain, they're not going to put terrain at one end of the board, let the plague player run across an open battlefield. That's just poo.
No. As an enforcer player, I'm going to build a sniper tower.
There is that. But no, what's nice is because then, for me, even though I'm going to be playing against this, I love the idea of coming up against this kind of construction, having to climb up it, because the sense of achievement when one of my stage 2s bounds up the wall
and gets that sniper.
Wow. Absolutely.
Right, so there we have that, and that's going to.
Oh, that's looking good.
To clip on there. So I'll go in there, and that'll go like that.
I'll give this a little bit more a press down. Get the clippers.
Oops,
oh no!
This is where I've got to be careful now, so...
And this is where, when you're building a structure like this, glue is probably your friend.
Or build it in segments.
And then, absolutely, and then start to press it together.
Mm-hmm.
There's the clip, and there's the clip.
Okay. Now we'll go through and make sure that everything's... But there already...
But you know what? You could build this, play a game on it, take it down. As long as you're careful, as long as you're not being silly with it, I think you're absolutely fine.
So I'm thinking
very nice.
A door here.
Okay.
So let me see how we would do a door.
Well, I'll tell you what we can do. We can put connectors either side of that bottom panel.
Or could we work with the... panels, probably won't
Probably
work.
not so much,
Yeah.
but I reckon if you put this on here,
Mm-hmm.
and this one here, and I'll show this up to the close-up cam in a second.
Oh, wow. That gives you proper, yeah.
So you've got like your connectors on both sides of the door there.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is going nowhere, you know?
Yeah. And then to ensure we get line of sight, we'll put windows in.
Yep.
And again, we can distress and destroy these, James, but we'll do that at a later stage. You know? Let's get our building put in place first, and then we
Moment of truth. Here we go. That's in. There's the click.
There we go, and we've got a double window here.
This is really exciting. I think this is a really cool looking piece of scenery.
Yeah. So we have our connectors here.
I've realised we're building it all over here.
Yes.
And really, we got excited, but look.
We're going to leave it here so that you can get a look at it.
And this, I imagine, will be the first time they cut to the third angle because the first time it's been over here.
So we have that.
Yep.
I'm going to put them on the opposite side as well.
Okay. This could require a team effort here.
Yes, trying to put this piece in. Let me just
make sure I'm feeling good.
It's all clicked. Is that solid? It looks solid to me. Now.
Okay, I'm going to support this from underneath.
Let's see.
Get a friend or relative to help you.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. That's good.
It's going.
Yep.
There we go.
Couple
now
of
we
connectors
just
in here.
Connectors in the corners there.
There you go.
So.
If we haven't got any dice, we've got to drop something, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, you're doing good. You're doing good.
I am doing good. Let's bring this under so people at home can see this. So we're putting a little connector in there.
They can't see that there. Bring it over here.
And one there. All right.
There we go.
And that's now sealed in there. And then there's another one in here.
If you get this in, you get a prize.
Yeah? Okay. If I get this in, you paint it.
You know what? I'd like to.
There we go. There.
Is it in?
No! I'm going to end up painting it. No, let's see. We will find a way. So you go in there.
Now, in retrospect, what would have been sensible probably to put these characters in before we put it all together?
Yes. But you've learned that from this video.
Absolutely.
So.
Oh, no, you've done it. You've done it.
There we go. That's that side done. And now with the other side. We're starting to sweat a little bit now. Yeah. But I think of that's as much from excitement as it is from tension at this stage. You know, it's that door's not coming out, is it?
That door is going nowhere. I had a thought.
Okay.
See over here, we've got this little pile of rubble here.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch it to this side.
Yeah.
And put one of these on the outside.
Perfect.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's a much better piece of narrative doing it that way.
And then it's you got the collapsed in wall there, haven't you?
Now I'm trying to get a pair of clippers here to connect into that to give me some purchase to push this thing in. There we go. We'll hear a nice click there. Kerclunk.
There we go.
And there, and then there. There we go.
Okay, that's good. That's going to go there. That's going to go there.
This time, I'm going to use a different floor plate. That's why I tried to keep all our floor plates of a similar style on each floor.
Nice.
Because it just helps bind the thing together to make it look a bit more realistic.
That's amazing.
So if we put that there, you can start to get a glimpse of how this is coming together. And then a tower here.
It's very cool, isn't it?
It's going to be very cool.
Tell you what, shall I start working on the tower while you do the roof, or vice versa?
No, let's just keep going as we're going. Because it's because how this all goes together.
I'm going to put one of these in, I think, for a bit of stability.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's this here?
We have an upside down wall. Okay, right. I will fix that.
Okay. Very careful, and if necessary, remember, push your connectors out rather than pull. But actually, that's been absolutely fine.
I have connectors on either side, so all I can do is give it a bit of a wiggle to see if it's going to prise out. There we go. That's the beginnings of it now. So, and then I'll put my clippers in to give it a wee bit of a prise. And same here on this side.
Brute force will get you nowhere with this kind of thing.
No.
You just got to just very gently. That's it.
And then on this side here. There we go.
Perfect.
And then that one there can just be pushed through just like that.
There you go.
Right. Now, that is much more like it. So, let me get these in place, and then I'm going to put my right angle pieces
Tell you what,
first.
your right angle pieces are already on here, so let's take these two out and put them on here so the whole thing just presses in.
That'll do. So
how's that for a lovely idea?
Again, press them from the other side. There we go. Give it one more repress there. There from the clippers. And there. Make sure it is the right way up this time.
What did we learn?
Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing at all. Ooh. I'm fine, I didn't slip and make a little dent. It's okay. Okay, here we go. Tell you what, could you try to get this on while I hold the
yep, I certainly
whole thing
can,
steady?
Because I've been coming up with an idea and a half.
Oh, okay.
Right, so, okay, let's put this on.
One over. There you go.
So if we get it on, basically...
We can actually lay it on its side, can't we? Almost?
You can.
On the edge of the table, maybe?
On the edge of the table. We can put it like that.
You support it there, I'll
support it, and you clip it with its...
Get in. In you go. I think we're good.
Okay, almost. We have a wee bit more pressure to apply just on this one. There we go.
That's the way. Big manly strength.
Right.
Okay.
So
where
here
were we?
We have the beginnings of a building. Let me just put that back in there. Okay.
I'm going to get one of these on here.
Mm-hmm. This is to start putting our floor in place.
I think so.
Right, that would rather have the right angle pieces. We'll do like that. 1 and 2. And then this going to go on like so. And then that will go on.
Okay.
Like so. Now, we'll turn that over slightly.
Yeah, good thinking.
So as we can get into it and press it all down. There we go. That's
looking good.
Job done now. There could be other connectors and things we add, for example.
Oh, you want to get some of those in there?
These cross supports in.
Yeah, I think one further in as well.
There's one. Let's put an
on.
on.
You can locate that in there.
Here we go. And there's 2.
Let's take a moment.
Yes.
To admire what
where we've got so far.
Look at that. Let's get on that one. There we go.
So, now, to get down, there is tons of lines of sight from that thing. And it's looking purposeful.
Anything, but you've got lots of height, which
is
brilliant.
Now, we have some bits and pieces of matching destroyed floor tile that we could. So
let's think for a second. I think it's very important to think of your narrative of what's happening. So we've got this kind of big thing has happened here.
Yep.
Do we want to have maybe a little bit here, like a? So there was something. That's good.
Yeah. So let me just show you. We're looking at this piece here, putting it there like that.
Yep.
So
that'll work.
That would just require one of them.
One of them, one of these.
Press that on.
You got it?
Okay, almost, yeah. There we go.
Lovely.
That would go like that.
And then, oh, hang on.
Oh, it's in the wrong place.
Pop this out. One over to there. And one on the other side. There
Perfect.
we go.
Mm-hmm.
Looking good.
Floor-wise, we've just little floor details that we could add
Yeah.
if we needed to. You know, it could even hang down
Well,
potentially.
when we get to the landing pad,
yeah,
you've got connectors that are at that kind of angle. So you could totally have a slightly sagging floor or something, you know.
Yeah.
So by the time the ruins come out, that'll already be out.
If we, in the meantime, there's no reason why we couldn't put it on that kind of angle.
Absolutely.
If it'll fit. Oh, it doesn't really want to fit, but again, a bit of glue or something in there at some point will do that. We'll come back to that. That's all super detailing. Right, James, the watchtower.
Yep. Hang on. Sure, we've got a little structural
We have a
weakness
structural
here,
defect here.
which wouldn't do. This would not do. Especially as we're building up still.
Right, the watchtower.
Okay.
We have an option here, right?
Yep.
So we could either take our watchtower and build up here like that. Or what about potentially building there
What?
like that?
You maniac.
Bringing a floor out to the side and building a watchtower
Wow.
like that.
I mean, I think what we're inviting there is disaster.
Let's do it.
Well, let's build the structure of the watchtower.
Yeah. Okay.
then-
So let's see what a watchtower. Its basic floor
Yep.
is going to be kind of like these, like this. All right. So it's
That
going
makes
to be
sense.
a square of that, at least one square of that.
You know what I'd do as well? So say we're going up high with these.
Yep.
Maybe have like one of those, like a half piece.
Yep.
So that models can, you say you're going to, I only want to go up by one cube in a game.
Yeah.
That gives you a little bit you can step on, you know?
Love it.
Rather than having to go the full lot in one whack.
Yeah, which they couldn't do a lot of models.
Unless-
They have to climb.
Well, you've got, so you
And
know,
we have
you know
two sets
your,
of ladders.
Yep. You got your sprint action, yeah?
Yeah.
You also have a climb action, which lets you go up or down by 2 levels.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, you want to have somewhere you can stop off halfway through, surely.
Yeah.
Just for
Right. Well, let's see.
sandwich.
First things first. We're going to put the. Is there an up or a down to these pieces, or are they symmetrical?
They, I believe, are entirely symmetrical.
They look entirely symmetrical
They
to
do,
me.
don't they?
So let's start by getting these pieces. Now, if you're doing that, I want to make sure we don't do.
Well, I was thinking if we put 2 together each,
Mm-hmm.
and then we combine those 2 to make a square.
That should work.
Why would you say that though? Why would you jinx this?
There we go. You hear that lovely click.
It's really satisfying, isn't it? Proper nice clink noise.
Whoever thought that a video of you watching us build the terrain? This is. But I
hopefully-
challenge you to ever see a video where a piece of terrain is built so quickly.
And looks as awesome as this does.
There
This
we
is
go.
looking really, really cool.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
So that would go there and there. There we go.
Okay. I'm just going to get the little step on here.
I'll put the added ones on here.
Actually doing all right for connectors currently.
Yes, we're doing fine for connectors.
That's there. It all pops in.
Okay. And then that goes together like that.
Look at that.
So let's see. Here, is that okay? Yep. Let's give that a press. And then here, Okay.
Lovely.
And then one more piece in, just in here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Just to solidify that.
Okay. I got this. I know, because it's... Oh, clever. Just realised that I can actually reach in the side because it's got big holes there. So that's quite handy, really. Yes, there we are.
Oh, dizzy. There we go. And well, I'll have a wee go at this, we see. Okay, and where are you going to go? You're going to go. He doesn't want to go, but...
We probably could have thought this out more. But you know what? Thinking's boring. I think we're doing a much better job of just doing.
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so. Let's see. We do that.
There's the thinking approach. Now, some of these pieces, occasionally, if they're not quite fitting, you can always give the connector or the inside of the hole a little file.
I think in this instance, we will try a different connector
Cool.
or give it a file. And if this
I'll
doesn't
file
work,
this while you're doing that, and then we'll go from there.
I'll try it on a table edge or go back to the clippers again. Trying to get the purchase into this is tricky, so...
Well, that's looking pretty good.
It's not great. I'm going to try one that's been filed. That's a bit better now.
There we go.
Again, that would probably need a little bit of glue just to tighten that one up. So, and then this one, just come out from the top.
Yep.
There.
Lovely.
Now,
what do you think?
I'm thinking we go up another one.
Yeah.
And have the floor on the other side.
Cool.
Now,
what if, how's this for an idea? We put one of these there rather than the full thing.
And just do a three-way.
Have it as a little firing platform.
Oh, I love that.
Also, it means you can get in there. Otherwise, you're going to be struggling to get one.
Perfect. Yep.
Okay, this is coming together. Slowly but surely.
Okay, so a three-way this time.
What do you think? There we go.
3 of these. Okay. There's 1.
There's the click.
Okay.
So I got one of these like this.
That would go on that side, and then we just need another 2 on this. So.
I want to play on this.
Yes.
This is going to be awesome.
Okay. So let me just prise those in.
And this, actually, a piece of terrain, you can use this for Deadzone, obviously, but I mean, this would work for any of your sci-fi war games.
Oh, yeah. Not a problem.
You know?
As it's one of those things that a lot of the games do share common principles in how they go together. So let me just take that out 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
We need to put 2 in there.
It's actually got 2 on there already. Did we plan
How did I miss that?
I don't know. Looking good though.
So there we go, and that goes there, and that goes there.
Now.
And that goes there.
So that pulls on, okay.
So that would be like that.
Yeah, that kind of
but
thing,
we'll
maybe?
put a ladder up on
Yep.
this side. So let me just show you. So here we have this kind of firing nest. Okay. But if we put a ladder, which we get in the box, that ladder gives us our little piece of narrative for getting up to the firing nest. Maybe put it there like that.
Yeah, that works.
So we put that in there like that.
One of these flat connectors we can use to get the rest of it together.
Yep, that can all go together on the outside.
Oh. It was going so well.
It was.
And I stepped in and now here we are. I mean, again, we're probably being a little bit mental doing this all just using the connectors and without planning. But you know what? I'm loving the fact we're actually getting somewhere with this.
Well, it's Lego, guys. It is effectively Lego. So now where that leaves us then, it leaves us with the top nest.
Yeah.
That goes on top of this.
So what are you thinking?
Let me just see. Well, I'll try and help while you're doing that to put this together. We will, I've no doubt, be running glue around this once this is done. Okay, that goes there and there.
I mean, you could probably get away without putting connectors on every single bit, but I want to for stability and all the rest of it, especially if we're going to put our lovely, delightfully painted models up on top of this, you know?
Just put that down and there we go.
Oh, there we go. See, he's got the manly strength.
There we go. That would do. We'll put two on the back.
That's
there we go.
Good.
So.
Look at that. So you got your little firing step there?
Uh-huh. So if that went there, you would have a ladder going up.
Yep.
Firing step. And then another ladder.
Yep.
Up into the actual crow's nest, which is up here. So up here, clearly we want
the parapets right the way around.
Parapets all the way around.
Now again on the landing pad, one of the pieces we've got is like this, but it's got a hatch for a ladder. So you could totally have that, replace that with that.
Very nice.
And actually have a ladder coming up.
We need more straight connectors at this
stage. No!
So we'll get some more of those clipped.
I can do this.
And while he's doing that, we're going to discuss where this goes. Do we do the simple thing and put it just directly on top like that? I'll show you that on the camera. Or do we do the awesome thing and have it off to the side like that and give it more kind of footprint and...
To vote for the first option, dial...
The question is, if we do it hanging out the side of the building, we're going to have to use these kind of things here. And is it enough to support the thing? It may well be, but we'll just have to prise that in until we get the click. Well, we'll come back to that.
I'm going to say it. I don't think any health and safety officer would look at that and say anything, but that's incredible. You should just carry on with it.
Yeah, just keep going. Just keep going with it.
No, I hate to be that guy, but I'm going to put a vote for sensibly on top.
Just centrally on top?
I think so, because then also we could have... the question then is, where did the ladder go?
It would have to go like this.
Yeah. Get a piece on the side of the door, maybe, or.
Right.
Okay.
If it's going centrally on the top, we'll worry about how that's being placed in a minute.
Yep.
Okay? We'll not concern ourselves with that just yet. However, we do have a roof that we need to put on this thing.
We do.
It's top floor. So what will we use for the top floor? How about that?
That could work, couldn't it? Yeah.
And we've got a kind of a chewed up piece.
Yeah. What else we got? We got vent pieces on there. We got those.
I'm very tempted actually to use a lot of the chewed up armor at the very top
because that would have taken a lot of fire, won't it?
Because if you were in a tower like that, that's exactly what that would take. So it's
yeah.
I'm gonna put some of this together till we see.
While you're doing that, I'm going to add a couple of little bits of extra detail around here just to add a bit more cover and all that kind of thing. One of those there. So we've got here what used to clearly be some kind of window, but it's been blown apart.
Okay.
Got a nice bit of window on there. What next is the question. That could be cool.
Just put this together. Okay.
So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking this is awesome.
Yeah.
It's
you know, whatever comes of this, I've really enjoyed myself.
If we have just enough cover on this to make it worthwhile but not fail safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's worth a sniper trying to go up there, but it doesn't guarantee the safety of said sniper.
I think that's ideal. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so what I'm doing here, I've got two little ruined bits that I'm putting together.
Mm-hmm.
Just clipping a little bit out of one corner just so they butt up nicely.
Yep.
Again, you can. There's nothing stopping you having a little bit of creative fun with your clippers.
So I'm going to put together the last of the kind of the sniper's nest that's been absolutely decimated with fire. So you can go up there, sniper, but whether you come down is another matter altogether.
It's entirely at your own risk, I think. Is it going to work? That's the question. I've got a dream. Whether it'll work, I don't know.
That's what we're about to see, isn't it? So,
I mean, you've got your dream with the watchtower, the watchtower of immense health and safety doom.
Yep. I need some more of these little right-angle guys, but we'll have enough to put this together to see what it's like, and then we can always tighten it up once we've finished.
Absolutely. There we go. That goes in there. Beautiful. This piece goes on here.
That goes in there.
I see. Okay. So the rubble pieces, what I'm realising is if you want to use it on the first floor,
yep,
because of the beveled edge that comes up, it's designed to rest flat on the flat surface. It'll be the same thing with these little buttresses.
yes,
So if you want to use it with a piece of flooring underneath it,
yep,
you have to file it down a little bit, get some sandpaper on there maybe and smooth it flat.
gotcha.
So the dream is dead. But you know what? It's okay, because I think with a bit more time, I can totally make it work.
Let's see now. So I'm just putting this floor on. This is a little bit tricky.
We are properly getting into like fiddly bitville here.
This is where it all starts to get just that little bit fiddly now. So there we go.
Some more of these. So real question, who's going to paint this?
James, I think I'm going to take you up on your kind offer.
Did I mention it? I did, didn't I? What kind of colour scheme are you going to go for?
Well, metallics.
Yep.
A corporation. The corporation have different, the enforcers and stuff, they can have different kinds of squad colorings and markings and things like that as well, can't they? So you're not entirely, there's no restriction per se.
No.
As to what color you might like to paint something like that.
You can really do it whatever you like. And again, with these, so, you know, the whole kind of colony world kind of idea, the fact is people will have, you know, repainted these in a variety of different ways. These will have been shop fronts, all sorts of different things. So it's really an excuse to go crazy.
No, it was never a shop front. This was built for killing.
A kill tower.
I'm definitely thinking some cool metallics anyway.
Excellent. You know what, I'm going to build a lamppost. Let's do this. So I think it's very important to have proper lighting around your death trap of a tower.
Yes. There would have been lighting, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So
the way these work, they're actually very cool. Use them in the same way you'd use one of these buttress things. I'm going to pop one of these off and use it in the same place. Oh, let's have a look. Being very careful because I don't want to disturb all of our lovely work. There we go, that one's come off. What I'm going to do, let's put it up on the close-up cam.
Yeah.
So you got this little piece here, which goes on, it's on part of the accessory sprue, and that just fits beautifully in the same way one of the buttresses would. Oh, what have I done? And then your lamppost just fits in, giving you some nice detail. And that is one of the few pieces actually I think needs a little bit of glue. Stick the back and the front of the lamppost together, but that's fine. That's easily done.
And here I'm just adding the ladders to this piece here. So you would have a ladder up here, and then a further ladder up there. Again, we will glue this and trim it, and then that would fit like that.
Look at that. Let's get up here on the... actually too big to fit into the high-angle cam.
Of course it is. What an epic piece of scenery.
That's awesome.
And we would leave it that it's detachable.
It makes total sense to do so, yeah. So because if you didn't want the crazy thing there, you could have that as a separate piece of terrain.
And it's not hard to give it a little bit of even temporary rigidity if you wanted to, with some of these outside connectors.
On there. Yeah.
2 clicks.
And look, loads of stuff left.
You're done.
We've got plenty more we could do to this.
Yes.
But I think we have reached a sensible point to probably call it a day there.
I agree. I agree. I think as towers go, it's all shades of awesome.
Yeah. I think we can get a few photos of this, show people what we've done.
There we go. I'm just going to put a couple of connectors on just to give it that little bit of rigidity that it needs.
Yep.
That would be that side, and then this will go on to this side. There's 1.
There you go.
2.
Nearly.
There we go.
Okay, moment of truth.
And then that.
This is sort of like putting the little bride and groom on the cake, you know. It
is a bit, yeah.
This makes it official.
There's that and that. And that and that. I'll put the hand in there and there.
Oh my God.
Job done.
Look at that. Oh, no, you know what we haven't done? The door.
The door.
You know, I love this part. So the door's there, and you just lay it in, and it just, if you get it the right way around, it just fits beautifully.
And just clips.
That's it.
Well, I think that's challenge complete.
That is awesome.
There is an epic piece of, I was going to say Deadzone terrain, Deadzone scenery, but that,
whatever you like.
I'd be happy to put that on any gaming table.
Yeah.
I
think in fact, we built that with no planning.
Yep.
No, we literally did nothing. We clipped it all out and just had an idea.
That's it. A tower. Towers are always awesome.
This is the most time I spent with this scenery, so I've not really done a lot with it. I haven't had time to, but I think that even says even more about the fact that you and me haven't done much with this.
Yep.
And we just built this awesome thing.
And if you're wondering why a tower, well, snipers obviously, but for me, one of the things that I've learned about Deadzone is it's not squares, it's cubes.
Absolutely.
It's all about thinking in the 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
That forces you to do it.
Well, definitely. I mean, if you look at the different play styles, so this, for example, say you've got your enforcer team. You want to get up here so you can hold this area.
Yeah.
And dominate the battlefield because you're getting all the lovely lines of sight. But you go up there. Let's say I've got my little stage 3 with a grenade.
Yeah.
Or even my mortar or my grenade launcher.
A grenade will be difficult because, oh no, if he's there. 1, 2, 3. Oh!
But that grenade launcher.
The grenade launcher will reach it.
You've seen Saving Private Ryan, yeah? With the bell tower and the tank.
Yep.
All I'm saying.
So
it could get messy.
There we have it, guys. We'll obviously continue on doing some bits and pieces to that, I'm sure. But, James,
hell of a job.
Thank you. I have had an immense amount of fun playing with this. It's superb stuff. Is it a little fiddly here and there? Yes, but so's Lego, so's Meccano, so's any other piece of.
If there weren't bits that made you swear slightly under your breath, then it's not a modelling kit, really. So
there you have it, guys. One video, one epic piece of terrain using many parts of one epic terrain building kit. Stay tuned, because we're not finished with Deadzone by a long shot.